Those comments were tossed around, and they needed to make big changes. And the main thing for VP was, if you're going English speaking, you need to nail. Now for shifters. Obviously, it's going to be a solar take. They've exposed their hand to it, and oh dear, how has that been allowed to happen? Pasha being able to run out of trench somehow and get a kill, but even though there's a nomad on board. Dan, that big old long DMR challenging onto their solar players, and will take out Freck. Now shifters, blink of an eye, are down 2 men right now, and they'll have to try and pick up some kills. Blaz will try and do so, but again in that power position with that DMR, just lines them up and knocks them down.
Well, they said it before on the sort of desk that Nako has been a great IGL and a great voice driving them forward, and well, yeah, fine, call us. We'll actually call you back. And they'll drop out their way, rotate round underneath. Actually been able to get away, I was going to say on harms, but suddenly Blaz and Freck are able to pick up 2 quick kills. Now worried about someone else swinging around, but I mean, Sky sends it for 2. Blaz and P4, there's Dan onto Lasmu.
Have a look.
And it looked good for a split second.
And Skies found him and then got the perfect timing on the player repelling in towards big window. Now for Freck and Robbie. A lot of work to be done. Just down to Robbie is Dan again with this DMR. He's 5-0. Maybe he's going to try and equal Doki's scoreline. Maybe he wants the third, make it 6-0 for him. Robbie looks as though he's going to try and challenge on to Dan, who's still in the same spot, but Dan gets picked off. Nice shot there from Robbie, but a 1v2. There's no util. A drone in the pocket, and that's really it. They get called out there by the Banshee. One swings, the other didn't, though. Nako may have sold his team. I don't know what the comms were in that. And is he going to try and fall back to the bomb site? Yes, he is. Down the solar stairs is where he goes. Robbie in hot pursuit, though. But look at this. The Denari's going to cut him off. It means he can't go for the chase.
I mean, they have pings, they have the kit, they have 10 seconds. He's going back up the stairs. Brilliant play there. Read what the idea was, moves himself round. He's looking for the fire on the hatch, but Robbie! Well, they're going to see if they can try and apply the pressure, but Pasha gets 1, and there's 1 and 2 and 3, and everybody's down. Demo. 4 versus in a clutch situation of their own. We've seen plenty of them today. But P4 won't see the rest of this one. Leaves just Blaz alone inside the site. But obviously, as soon as he does anything that makes noise, they're going to swarm and close down on MVP. They just have to operate as a team. There's the first, and he finds an avenue, and he expects the swarm. They don't give him it just yet. He can buy himself just a chance at a cross, and he's going to make his way around. But where's the plant? Here it is, behind the bar itself. Waits and baits for the drop on either side of the hatch, and ooh, just gets caught out on the camera. So now they know he's rotated, but now they're inside the site, and there's Skies popping around for a second round.
That position, and because that Dan then was able to kind of get the off-angle swing
For that very big crossover audience of Rainbow Six Siege fans and the Devil Wears Prada fans. We'll get to that in a second, because Blaz has been able to get the first, and ooh, Robbie almost got the swing round.
Like girls, Robbie could not be playing in the position he is now.
Oh, there is the next to follow through. Quickly double down, and oh, a close fight. Castle does get caught out. As Blaz has the track and then the hunt afterwards. But what can they do with the space that they have? They don't have the kit. They're going to see if they can try and get the next bit of pressure. Lasmu on the big rotate round on towards piano window. Oh, does get the head of Rorik, but Nako operated that time. There was no hesitation with the 2 versus 1, but now a 1 versus 1 once again. Lasmu versus Nako.
He's play kill.
I mean, he's got 10 seconds, no kit, right? He has to try and bait in. There's a C4 still in pocket. There's at least a smoke canister as well. Sees the sliver of the player. And the Dockerby and the Blackbeard have been pretty continual, but now they've had a sort of Deimos towards the track. They want to limit this play, but the play is just biting them back. 2 quick kills once again.
Tighter, you have that man advantage. Don't lose it. Asma on the Blackbeard, looking to try and isolate this 1v1, and should win against the Ella. Yes, he will. Execution there, and like I said, this is for shifters. So
2 C4s from a bit of range, as well as potentially Tibarao, who's not slowing the walls, but won't slow anything. He is dead. And now they've got to watch the verticality, because nobody's above Demo. Look, you can see Virtus VirtusPro, they're trying to go for the retake, trying to go for the step back in at this point. They can't quite get there because they have the man disadvantage. Skies gets caught out. As I said, he won't be able to make it. Nako does get one, but now they don't have the verticality, and they're just going to try and push the 2 versus 1. 10 seconds. Slips his way through and sees a single body, and now he's against the shield. Close combat, and it's all his to take! Force the motion, does some of the damage on towards Nako, who's just going to get caught. Almost got himself out of the situation there, but great positioning from Shifters to get it, and there's not quite a trade as of yet. Skies is taking big risks, and they do not pay off. Demo.
Shock drone.
Just hoping someone will drift into the position. As you said, someone needs to step in and make a play, but the record has been the opening kill leads to the end of the round, and well, as a knife comes out as well, it's going to be the same. The timeouts did nothing.
Shifters for how fast they were, especially with getting the opening kills, getting some points on the boards for themselves. But that was gone so far. Let's see what happens in half 2.
Nako. Of impact's being tossed at him, but he's still okay as he's really trying to isolate this kill, but it's just a bit of a bait. As Robbie was so worried about the blitz. Should have been worried about the man with the gun. And down he goes.
Fight here, there's a play of audio, but nobody wants to be the one that gives the first fight. The double jump out though. Both of them hit the windows. Both of them took a bit of damage, but they're able to get a kill. And then another. The balance once again. 2 kills up to a 3 versus 3. Where have we seen that before? And I feel like we'll keep seeing it again and again and again. Moved his way in. Out of the way of the frag grenade. There's another swing out there as Blaz gets one. A shield caught out. His support is far away. Lasmu doing everything right now. And Skies in the 1 versus 3. And he doesn't see any further the first time.
Himself, P4 eats a nade. Still stuck in the corner, still alive though. That shield is going to reduce the nade damage. Freck with a jump out. There we go. The big flank. Freck has just sealed the round for Shifters in their favor. VP have been hit with a stunner. And Pasha and Skies were thinking, what do we do now? Flawless round, Freck.
First, and they're trying to fight their way across. They're sort of letting the plant be confirmed. Too late to remove the hatch. P4, that C4 won't do anything now. Robbie's down. Nako takes a bit of damage, but the 3 versus 5 post-plant retake. 2 versus 5 post-plant 1 versus 5 post-plant retake. Pretty hard.
Oh, get at least one. Come on. Nope, it's just not gonna give him at Rorik. Use the flashbang to get out of there, and the last round actually goes and finish off the down player. I mean, then holding that post plan, yeah, really well done from. Made that push in P4, now he gets shot at. They definitely know he's here now. There's also a player on the hatch over towards Kitchen, holding on to that angle. There is Blads. Great angle with the DMR.
Inside this team, and they've got to try and operate and force out these Shifters players. Still entrenched in positions. Good first take, Dan. Drifts his way around. Ooh, and there's almost the second follow through. The cut close angle on towards the Solarium stairs, but Freck has the ADSs, has the chance at catching anything that can come in towards his path. They're holding on. Robbie's been able to get one more as well. In the meantime, the 4 versus 2 with 30 seconds. And what a fate of a day we might have here. The 7-0 results and how the rest of it has filtered out. There's at least 2 more, and we will be 6-4.
That's, you know, anyone who's in there is going to be cooked alive. If you know, you know. Plasma with a shield. Able to front up against this Blackbeard. Nate goes in. Going to have to shift across now and actually retreat. 45 seconds left. And oh, they've tried to go aggressive. And oh no, Dan! Just outside the main door finds 2. They tried to.
Time, but there's only 20 left to play with. Pops up, gets one. There's Skies, but he doesn't read the rotate round, and he's swapping guns in the middle of the bar, but they're not done. Win it 8-6. Then they are tied on round difference with G2, but they win the head-to-head. Ooh, we might not even get there as Robbie get the first. If they win 8-7, anyway. We might not even get there. As I said before, the first body went away from them and they're able to remove as much as they can, but no, I say it, and that happens, Demo.
And VP taking advantage. Players not being aware inside Piano, and well, there's Skies. Picks off the remaining player in the bomb site. Now Shifters look as though that they may be losing out on this round and taking us to OT as VP are just driving forward into the bomb site now. Plasma up against it, against the Blackbeard. The impact misses. It's his last one used. Only a matter of time before another player of VP comes over to try and help, but never mind. Last one somehow able to pick off the Blackbeard. Nako exposes his legs. However, the trade is there, and now it's going to be a 1v2 for Freck, who's upstairs inside of office. He has a little bit of vert he can maybe try and play with. The diffuser is going to be attempted. There's a red ping there, but Freck maybe missed his chance and has to try and go elsewhere. Still a player above he has to try and deal with. He sees him, he goes for the spray through, but Dan's there with the DMR. VP push. Also being supported by Robbie on the Ala. Look at Freck taking the aggressive standpoint. They really want to try and get this Blackbeard as best as they can. Oh, I think that was an Alamine.
But a minute 30, there's pressure still on towards the Solarium windows and Skies is the cutoff in case this Solus tries to move on, but they seem to be well aware and they double swing, double execute, and now there's only double trouble left, Rorik and Dan. And now it is just Dan. We are. They get themselves some safety so they can swing on, and the C4 will get shot out, but the player won't. Hops in, hops out, flawless round. Demo. Hasn't quite worked out. 2 clutches as well for their trouble. In the meantime, on Virtus.pro, they have, what, 2 technically positive players in Dan and Skies. Everybody else is suffering, and, well, there's a little bit more suffering. A trade out, but gets rid of the blitz. Probably happy for it, but in the meantime, Freck finds the head of Pasha. Cuts them off, leaves them in.
Certainly will know now, and for Skies, I think they've got him in a trap right now, and oh, he should be dead somehow. There's a couple of mid shots. Somebody's trying to help him over towards Solar Stairs, but there it is. Freck rushes in through West Main, confident as ever, and oh, Blaz through the floorboards finds an Echo, and Dan again left to clutch up with a DMR. The Deimos track comes in, they know exactly where he is. All 4 players stacked on top of each other. There's one. Don't tell me.
Right now, and they're well aware of his position. There's the drive across. B4's just going to go for the plant itself, and I mean, they can pre-fire this angle, but now he's safe, and now he's not. That is 2 rounds, not when they needed them the most, but enough to get the win, Demo.